this. Greetings, one and all. How you doing, family? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, but I gotta, of course, do the initial promotions first, and then 9 o'clock we will start. It's 22 minutes after the hour, wherever you may be on the planet Earth, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet. My name is Brother King Simon, also known as Simon Kwaku, also known as Simon Templar in the reggae world. And I'm saying that because last night, first and foremost, I want to say love and honor to all of the ancestors that surround every one of us. My ancestors, of course, my great line of divine, my ancestors that are on my ancestral altar and my higher rising altar over there and my various altars that I have in my house of respect. But in actuality, we all carry the altar of respect to our ancestors in our very blood. Our DNA and our RNA is the ancestral line. So when all this thing is dead and gone, or all these things are destroyed and all this stuff is destroyed, you still have your bloodline. So I always give acknowledgement to my great angelic ancestor in my ancestral line of divine. That's right. The ancestral line of divine is in your bloodline. That's what it is. Recognize that. Now, I want y'all to use the Cash App today. Y'all can give from $2 up to $200, but I am going to help you with sigils or affirmations using your birth dates. So the Cash App is up there. The link is up there. Cash App, $ King Simon 3158. So you can give $2 up to any amount you want, but I'm definitely going to work on that today to see how this works. I see Star works it. I see Sonetta work it. I see Brother Rich work it. You're going to support and help support so I can keep on doing this. But everything that I give you, it's up to you because it's all in your hand. And I'm sharing this wisdom that keep on downloading to me. I actually see things in numbers. I dream numbers. And anything that's dealing with names or situations or people, numbers come to me all the time. And all the time, I am absolutely right and exact when it comes to those numbers, because numbers don't lie. It's a mathematical science, and the universe is all numbers, and the universe is mind. The universe is mental. Remember that. So all of it is all magnificent mathematics on multiple levels. So please support the Cash App. Let me know your birthday and your thing on the Cash App also. Make sure you write a note on that Cash App and tell me what is your birthday. My Cash App is King Simon. That's $ King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. That is my number sigil. So I'm trying to show you how these things work and why I put 3158. But we won't start that until 9 o'clock. So get ready. Get ready to go to Cash App. $2 up. I don't care what you give, but I will be giving you those sigils to help you understand and how to turn them into affirmations to help you out, to help build your morale and build your guidance, to help you be a better person through the numbers that you are born with. Because like I always say, and like I always quote people like Les Brown or Dr. Farrah Gray, the two most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you find out you were born. And numerology or numerovation helps you to find out why you were born. So yes, help out with a donation and love gift, and then make sure you write your birthday and your name inside the Cash App, and that's King Simon 3158. That's Cash App, the $ King Simon 3158. Now, before I get into that, we're going to start this at 9 o'clock. And you'll also be able to call in also. We'll also be able to take phone calls. Last night in Jamaica, I watched it online. Last night in Jamaica. And Jamaica, I'm going to share something with you. In numerology, in Jamaica adds up to a number 3. Last night, Jamaica showed their self, showed out, showed their undying and overwhelming love for Buju Banton last night. Gotta talk about it. So please share this video. I gotta talk about his numbers and what cycle he's in, because he's born July the 15th, the same day as Gregory Isaacs. Now, he's born July the 15th. And because I go from birthday to birthday, but also recognize the year-to-year frequency, let me turn this off real quick and put it on pause. That's one of the nature's rhythms there from African rhythm. Buju Banton show was exactly amazing. He was in full form. And Jamaica, because we're in a number 3 year, 2 plus 1 plus 9, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12, which is a 3. That is the number of expression, expansion, exposure on multiple levels. And Buju Banton, that is one of his high frequency numbers in numerology because he's born on the 15th, which is the 6 and 3 and 9. Those are his high frequency numbers when it comes to numerology on a higher level. And Jamaica showed out 1,000%. I was watching it and it was a beautiful, beautiful showing. Mind you now, I'm a friend of his former manager, Donovan Germain. I was a friend of his road manager, Colin. We also did, back in the day in 1992 in Toronto, Canada, I did security for Buju at a concert at a stadium with Buju, and Buju's locks wasn't even starting. He had rubber bands on his locks. He was just starting. Still a young man doing his thing. So under the name Simon Templar, or when I was doing security, Simon X, because I was in the Nation of Islam when myself and brother Michael X, or Michael X McNay, a Filipino martial artist, was also doing security with myself, and we were the two people that was on him as far as security at the venues. Even while we was traveling through different places and different streets, I was one of the security personnel for Buju Banton. So let me explain to you what happened last night, because yesterday, July 15th is Buju's birthday, but yesterday was March the 16th. And the 16th, if you know and study numbers in any way, if you study numbers in any way, 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 is the number of spiritual revelations, spirituality, research, reflection, also introspection. And Buju did all of that on that stage yesterday. He did reflection, he did introspection, he did a magnanimous job on stage where he shared what he's been through in one stage show and also gave light to the young artists and the old, because we seen up there Romeo Virgo on there. We seen Christopher Martin up there. We seen Coffee up there. We seen brethren like Coco T up there. We seen Barris. We seen Marcia Griffith. We seen Wayne Wonder. We seen so many great people. And in the background, I could see a lot of my friends. I seen a lot of my friends in the background. I seen Donovan Jermaine back there. I seen my brethren Garfield and them in the back. I seen even DJ Khaled was in the back. I seen so much last night, but yesterday, there was a vortex that was open when he got on stage at 12 o'clock. Now, he got into 12 o'clock hours. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's when he got on stage, basically. 12 o'clock, probably 12 o'clock our time, 11 o'clock his time, I believe. But the energy was in full play at that time. And like I said, 3 is that number of expansion and exposure and all that. And he really exposed and expanded his breadth to another level to let people know that he is back. He's back with a vengeance, and he's going to tour the world. He can't come back to America, I'm understanding. I spoke to one of the promoters just recently before he went down. I spoke to a friend of mine who we promoted a lot of major shows back in the day. And I understand he can't come back to America, but Buju can go everywhere else. That's the good thing. Buju can go everywhere else. So watch the expansion of his chest. That's a spiritual meaning, the expansion of his chest, because right now he is in a crossroads of his life. And believe me, last night he crossed the road. Being born on July the 15th plus 2018, let's say 2018, he's in a number 6 year going into a number 7 year, and 6 is one of his crossroads, but 6 also deals with, because he's still in, I'm going from birthday to birthday, because he is In a 6th year, family, the need for balance, truth, justice, harmony, but it also deals with family, education, learning. As you know, everybody's hearing that he's having some ups and downs with his son. And according to reports, certain altercations happened between him and his son, Marcus. Family, still happening. But yet, in the midst of all the drama that his son is trying to wreak upon him, and I hope they resolve it because it's still about balance and family. But I'm hearing other news that he threw his son out and all kinds of stuff. It's neither way. But remember, he's in a 6th year. He's born on the 5th. I mean, he's in a personal 6th year. He's born on the 15th of July. So 6 is his number. It's one of his primary numbers. So the need is to be balanced and to handle whatever situation with love. That's the need that THRU needs to do, especially now that he's off stage and dealing with family and all that, because everybody was out there. According to statistics, the stadium holds 35. The stadium holds 30,000. The stadium in Jamaica, the National Stadium of Jamaica, holds 30,000. But they're saying that it was more than 30,000 because, of course, they had a backstage, a VIP, and people was outside, and then, of course, we was watching. But when you seen the pictures on Instagram or you seen it on Facebook, I've posted it on my Facebook, I posted it on my Instagram, that stadium was packed. I seen a lot of my DJ friends. I heard one of my DJ brethren, Jabba, up there, bigging up Bobby Condas and all that. Of course, DJ Roy was there. Every artist was in the building except the haters, I guess. But it was a vortex that has been opened. And THRU is setting the pace right now for every artist to come correct. And he made a statement up there. He says he loves what the young artists are doing. But we just have to, we have to put it together a little. We got to tweak it a little. We got to get it together. That's not exact his words, but he just said we have to do it a little, appropriate it, get it a little better, balance it out. It can't just be sex, killing. It has to be balanced with the consciousness, the social commentary. So THRU is setting a pace right now, even for the DJ himself, Vybz Kartel, to come out. He's setting a pace for him. And if those two come together, which is quite ironic because in the study of astrology or numerology, Vybz Kartel is a Cancer. He's born January 7th. He's born January 7th. He's born the same day as Nicolas Cage and a few actors and all that kind of stuff. And in astrology, Cancer and Capricorn. Vybz Kartel is a Capricorn and THRU is a Cancer. And Cancers and Capricorns are opposition to each other. So it's going to be very interesting to see what if Vybz Kartel is going to come out with the spiritual side, his number 7, or is he just going to be arrogant and go against the cultural renaissance that's about to resurge? Because he is in opposition, and THRU just opened up the vortex for anything to happen. That's my assessment. It might not be yours, but mathematically speaking and astrologically speaking, this is a good time for the artists to open up and bring the integrity back into the music, or bring the balance. We know, yes, there's sex. We know there's gunplay, and we know that's happening in the ghetto. But it's time for all of the artists, all of the reggae artists, all of the reggae DJs, all of the Caribbean DJs to really come together, unify, and bring back the integrity to all of the music so it can be a much more moving force, but also a evolutionary force and a revolutionary force to help the young people that are coming up, that's going to be coming up into this business, help guide them. Form an organization if they can. If not, just put the music out there, the positive music, because THRU has a repertoire of not just strictly culture, but of the Gallus tune also. And he did some of the Gallus tune. Then he brought Beres Hammond on, and that brought some of the Gallus tune. Then he brought on Wayne Wonder, that brought on some of the Gallus tune. So we know THRU has a balanced repertoire of music. So a vortex, family, that every one of us can ride. I mean that because we're in 2019, which is a number 12, which is a 3. The 1 in numerology represents the leadership qualities, the trailblazing qualities. The 2 represents companionship and balance and being compassionate. And the 3 represents expansion, exposure, expression on multiple levels. Y'all have heard me say this before. I keep it real simple. It's nothing real hard. It's real simple. So it's important that whatever and I text a few of my brethren. I text a few of my reggae fraternity brethren. I text a few of them to find out. And those that are watching me on YouTube, please share this. And remember, the Cash App link is Cash App $King Simon 315H, which is one of my sigils for abundance, sigils for growth, sigil for expansion, and all that. But support the mechanism because we're going to continue to bring this. And of course, my book is also on sale on Amazon and Kindle. But going back to what I said, I text a few of my friends in the reggae business. 2 of them were out there in Jamaica. I could have texted. I text 3 of them. I text DJ Roy from Irie Jam. I didn't text Jabba. I text Steely Bashment. I text DJ Oxtail from Road International also. I even text Sting International from Shaggy's producer. And I text another friend of mine, Sharon Gordon. And all so far, the people that responded, I won't say who responded, but the people that did respond, they said that was a good idea, that all of the artists, DJs, and all over the world should have a big major meeting on how they're going to move forward with this reggae. Because, like I said, this is the year of expansion. These are the expansive years, and reggae can be another or be brought up to be a leader in the music world again, especially of consciousness or just the balance. Let's bring the love. Let's bring the integrity. Let's bring the consciousness back to reggae. And that's what's needed right now. If you have any thoughts, you can more than welcome put it up on the comment section. If you have any thoughts about that, put up on the comment section. But it is now 40 minutes after the hour. That's 20 minutes before 9 o'clock, 20 minutes before 9 o'clock in New York. So, what he said, what is in store for people who are in 3 and in this 3 year? Well, because numerology has a duality. Remember, 3 on its negative. 3 on its negative. And I'm going to share a few books also with you on that. The 3 on its negative. But the 3 on its negative represents exposure on a negative level. Because let me show you something. And I'm going to go in heavy on this, on how to offset a lot of the negative, because it's all in your own mind. It's all a part of you. It's all about you resetting your mind for success. And it is a process. It is a work that you have to put in. There's meditation that you should get into. A lot of that, you should be able to change your mind, because once you change your mind, you could change your behind. You could change, because once your mind is changed, then your behind will follow. So it's been an exposure year. But also people, like I said before, people like R. Kelly is in a number 3 year. He's been exposed. He's been brought out. If you add up his numbers to this, if you add his birthday and the day he was born to the month he was born to this year that we're in, it adds up to a number 12, which is a 3 in numerology. If you add Steve Harvey, he was exposed for not feeling about integrity in front of Monique, which was interesting. And that exposed him for who he is, for what he's about. Although people may say that he's been given this and beginning, people in arguments and when people are drunk, they speak the most truth. Let me say that again. When people are drunk and when people are in heated arguments, is when the most truth start coming out from your heart. And he spoke the truth about himself, about him. It's not about integrity. It's about the money and doing all that. That was the truth. Maybe he'd misspoken. If he would have took a deep breath instead of just attacking it right away and just trying to attack Monique, he would have been all right. if I would have consulted him, I would have told him, look, you need to calm down. Or my manager should have ran out and got him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we got to understand. See, in the negative of the number 3 family, and I'm going to go for, I want to show you that 3 can elaborate all on that negative, because the negative of the number 3 is being superficial, it's being resilient, it's being resilient, unmovable, flirtatious, frivolous, can be overindulgent, can be fickle, hypocritical, easily distracted, can be reckless, can be scandalous. That is the negative of the number 3. Negative of the number 3 is going down those roads. So if you're born under the number 3 and you're in a number 3 year, you have to pay attention to what you say to people and how you handle people, because 3 is an expressive number, and 3 means that you have to express yourself by dotting every I, crossing every T, and express yourself by being responsible. Be responsible in your expression. It is what it is. R. Kelly is being revealed and exposed. He's in a 3 year. Steve Harvey is being exposed. He's in a 3 year. Jussie Smollett, he's also entered a 3 year, or entering a 3 year. 6 plus 21 plus 2019 equals, 6 plus 21 plus 2019 equals 2046. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12. He has entered his 3 year. That's why he was also exposed for who he was. Pay close attention now, what they're trying to do with Michael Jackson. He's born 8 plus 29. He's born August 29th. Let's deal with it. Add up to his 2018. He's in a 12 year going into a number 4 year. So both him and Jussie Smollett is in a 12 year 12 year going into a 4 year. Jussie is more in his 3 year right now, but Michael Jackson's vibration here on earth is in a 12 year going into a 4 year. See, one thing about, because I'm so connected with the numbers on that level, is that when things and situations happen, the first thing I consult is my intuition. And my intuition says, go to the number to make it tangible and make it understandable for me, which all of you can do. But if it's not your thing, it's all right, because your intuition can tell you everything without even the numbers. Your intuition can tell you everything, but the intuition tells me to confirm it with numbers, because in numerology, it makes it tangible. I want to make it tangible. So if I decide to break it down, then I will explain it to the audience the next time. But it's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. Just trying to let you know, it's not no coincidence. Okay? So please understand what it is. Remember, my Cash App is $ King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. I'm not finished yet. 9 o'clock, we're going to start that heavy thing on how to recognize, how to activate your sigils, your numerovation sigils, and how to work it for yourself, because it's all about positive affirmation and connecting your birthday numbers to the meaning of those numbers. Once you connect the birthday or those numbers, those 4 core numbers, to the meaning of those numbers, then you could elaborate on each and every number, and that's how you work the sigils. That's how you work the affirmations of your birthday. Like that, when you see 3158, when I put on Cash App like this, when you see Cash App, King Simon, $ King Simon, SIMON 3158, that is my mathematical sigil. That is my sigil for myself. And some of us might share that. Me and somebody else born on February 1st in 1967 might share it. Or you might be born on, let's say, November the 1st, 1967. We share that number. We share that number also. But it's how you use it and how you continually use it to make yourself better, because each number has a meaning and each number has a high vibration and a low vibration. Each number has a positive and a negative. It's how you use it for your benefit to be your greatest self. I'm drinking out of my cup here, naturally yours. I am selling these cups too, naturally your cups. So what we're going to do moving forward is, like I was saying, Buju Banton opened up a vortex last night. Not only isn't he's in the crossroads of his years, not only is this a number 3 year, and Jamaica is also connected to the number 3, because Jamaica, when you write it out and you do the numerology to it, it adds up to a number 3 also, when you get to the single digit. So that was the appropriate place for him to open up that vortex, to expand beyond where he was. But he also expanded the audience. He expanded the mind and the heart of the audience, because the heart and the mind of the audience now realize that we needed that balance of culture and love tune, because that's what the Rasta brought. Culture and love. That's what it was about. Culture and love. And that's what Buju Banton brought yesterday at the National Stadium in Jamaica. I was here in tears because I wish I was there. I didn't make it out there, but as soon as I get everything straight with my paperwork and all that, I'll be heading down to Jamaica very soon. Believe that. Ghana, Jamaica, Ghana, Africa, Ghana, all over the place. Y'all seen me traveling last year, my number 5 year. That was my number 5 year, but was one of my traveling years. I was all over the place. Vegas, California, Texas. I was passing all through us. Georgia, Miami Beach. I was all over the place because I operate on the frequency of the number. And remember what numerology reveals, family. Numerology reveals your cycles and your season that you're in. Every year, everything there's a season, everything there's a time, everything there's a cycle. We see the cycle of plant going through the cycle of the trees going through the whole cycle, the four different cycles. We see what's going on, but pay attention. Now, before I go any further, it's 10 minutes before the hour, it's 8:50 in New York City, and 10 minutes before the hour or 50 minutes after the hour, I got to big up some events that I got coming up that I would love you to. First of all, one of the sponsors for my event is Queen of Fua's Village, and that's the Global Sacred Woman Village, sponsored by Global Sacred Woman Village and the Global Nation of Wellness. That's the Global Nation of Wellness. And that's www.queenofua.com. That's www.queenofua.com. Make sure you go to a website, support a product, support a brand. She's one of my sponsors for this event. Baba Ashra Kwesi and Sister Shahrazad Ali coming to New York City, to Harlem, New York. We will be at the National Black Theater. Doors open at 2 p.m. We start at 2:30 sharp. Doors open at 2 p.m. We start at 2:30 sharp. Vendors got to get in contact with me. If you want to be there, vendors got to get in contact with me. I only have limited space because I'm not in the main theater room. I'm not in the main temple space. I'm in the theater room that only holds up to a certain amount of vendors and only holds a certain amount of people. Also, this will be live streamed, but the only one that will be live streamed is Sister Shahrazad Ali. So those around the world, share this and let people know that Sister Shahrazad Ali will be the only one that will be live streamed. And she gets on around 3 o'clock, 3:30. She'll be speaking on monogamy and polygamy, which is better for the Black man and woman in these days and times. Okay? Ashra Kwesi will be speaking on the Quran and Bible Revisited. Why are we still following our enemies' dogmatic religions? And that's going to be at Harlem. People, go to my Eventbrite. If you want the tickets, go to Eventbrite at kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. That's kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. And if you want to see the live stream, it's only $25 for the live stream for Sister Shahrazad. And you're going to get all the live entertainment also from me to Sister Natasha. And we're going to make sure we get United Front in there. So you're going to get all the live entertainment inside that time period between 3 o'clock and 5:30. So that's how we're going to do it. So if you do want, please go to the live stream. It's usalivestream.com. That's usalivestream.com. usalivestream.com. Only, I repeat, only Sister Shahrazad Ali will be recorded. Only that sister. All right. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. Also, I don't have those flyers yet, but May the 5th, we're going to be broadcasting live also from Nicholas, Brooklyn, and we will be live streaming on Joel Benjamin 528. That's Joel Benjamin 528. As a matter of fact, you can go to King Simon Productions.eventbrite.com if you want the tickets to come and see Dr. Laila Africa and Dr. Melanie Stevens. We will be doing a no-holds-barred conversation with Dr. Africa. This is strictly question and answers. Any question you got on medical, any question that you got with health, whatever you want to bring about health, if you're part of the medical world, whatever you are part of, please bring your questions and bring it to Dr. Africa. Bring it. Anything about his books. I got his books in the background here. Anything about it, any of his books. Whatever discrepancy you might have about health or allopathic health or homeopathic or naturopathic or whatever you have, Dr. Africa will be answering, and we will be broadcasting live on Joel Benjamin 528 on YouTube. It's a private thing, so you got to pay for it. And you could call Joel at 718-858-4400 if you want that live stream. And everybody on the live stream will be able to ask a question right either via phone. I'll probably have them call, or I'll just let them text their questions on the comment box. I'll probably try to make them call, and let's see how it sounds. But Dr. Africa is answering any and all questions in regards to health, dealing with allopathic medicine, the allopathic method, homeopathic method, naturopathic method, whatever method you want to bring as far as in regards to health. Dr. Laila Africa and his wife will be answering it. It's called a conversation with Dr. Laila Africa, 3 to 4 hours. So the whole audience is going to at least be able to ask 1 or 2 questions each. So, and I'm going to make sure the people online. So again, if you want to be online and you want to watch and also ask a question, please call Joel Benjamin 528 because he has the live stream. He will be live streaming. Call Joel Benjamin 528 at 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. Okay. Another one of my sponsors before I get in is my son's and my family's organization called TEAM. That's an acronym for Talented Entrepreneurs Ambitiously Motivated. It's called TEAM. This is what I wrote up back in 2005, and my son has taken it on to make it happen as an investment group. This is the 7 basic values of TEAM. 7 basic values of TEAM. Talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. So anytime I say the word TEAM or the acronym TEAM, that means talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. Now it says the 7 basic values. The team in us can achieve far beyond our horizon in avenues of life we have never explored. 2, the team in us has some basic goodness, which is the foundation for the greatness we can ultimately achieve. The team in us must take responsibility for our actions, our well-being, and the attainment of our maximum potential. The team in us know that self-awareness, self-approval, and self-commitment are necessary for self-fulfillment. The team in us know that building and maintaining relationships are critical to social development in family and community. The 6th one is the team in us know we magnify our lives when we help others elevate theirs. And last but not least, the seventh basic values of team. That means talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. That's talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. The team in us must model integrity in the making and keeping of our commitments. This was inspired by me, by one of my judges, Mr. Les Brown. If you want a copy of this for yourself, just to have some type of affirmation or something to live up to, please go to my Instagram. That's King Simon Productions. I will be posting it up. Friend me on Instagram. I'll be posting that up, and then you can snatch it down and carry it with you as some form of affirmation or meditation. But it's all about talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. Also, if you want to hit my son up, my son has an Instagram called Inspired by Team. Inspired by Team. INSPIRED by Team. TEAM. Remember, there's no I in team. Okay? So it's all about working together and ambitiously being motivated. That's what team means. Talented entrepreneurs, ambitiously motivated. And I created that back in 2005 when they was a little younger. But now that they've excelled and they understand the importance of family working together, my sons are now doing some great works. My daughters are doing some great works, and they all on Snapchat talking to each other and planning things out and trying to make sure everything is moving according to plan as far as legacy is concerned. Now it's 1 minute before. Let me start my music the right way again. 1 minute before 9 o'clock, 1 minute before the top of the hour. Let me start it from the beginning, baby. Let me start it from the beginning. There we go. All right, people. All right, the Cash App is $ King Simon 3158. That's $3 King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. And if you don't have Cash App, make sure you PayPal me at KingSimonProductions@gmail.com. That's KingSimonProductions@gmail.com. That's KingSimonProductions@gmail.com. If you want to do a PayPal, friend and family, it's all right. If you want to do Cash App right now, beautiful. But we're going to get in right now about what it is to set up sigils, create magical sigils and affirmation, and using them for affirmation and motivation, if that's what you want to do. Oh my God, music is good. Yes, the music is good. Now, if you want a numerology session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. Please text me your full name and date of birth. If you want a numerology session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. If you're overseas or in Canada and the Caribbean, use WhatsApp. Use WhatsApp. That's King Simon Numerology at WhatsApp. That's 347-496-1022. 347-496-1022. Let me slow it down. 347-496-1022. That's if you want to do a numerology session with me right now. Well, not right now, but text me your full name and date of birth. But if you want to call in on the show, right now, we can deal with and make sure you Cash App me first. Cash App me at least $2 up to $200. Cash App me and let's make this happen. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. All right. So the number to call in number is not the number I just gave you. The call-in number is 347-745-6828. That is the call-in number, 347-745-6828. Make sure you Cash App me and show me some love, at least, especially when I start giving you these sigils, baby. When I start giving you these sigils and this way how to use them, believe me, I'm telling you, family, all you have to do is constantly apply it, because the mind is the powerful house. And the more you repetitiously do things, that's when you can turn it up to the next level. So the number to call in is 347-745-6828. 745-6828 is the number to call in wherever you may be on this planet Earth. Okay, that's 347-745-6828. Cash App is $King Simon 3158. That's $King Simon 3158. And of course, you could use PayPal at King Simon Productions. That's production with an S or without an S. I got them both. King Simon Productions at gmail.com. Now, one book I want to suggest to you. This is a good book. Before we get into anything, I want to suggest this book to you. Very good book. This was recommended by Brother Panic. This one, a very interesting book that I bought, and I want to read some stuff out of it before we move on. Now, let me turn off the music now because the music is dead. Yeah. All right. So this book is written by David Michael Cunningham, and it's called Creating Magical Entities. But we're not dealing with entities like that. We're dealing with using your numbers connected to your birthday and turning them into affirmational sigils. That's what we're going to deal with. But they had some key stuff inside here that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so it says on page 19, which is one of my favorite numbers. That 1 and 9 is a 10, and that's a 1, and I'm born February 1st. That's one of my favorite numbers. That's one of my affirmational numbers because 1 represents creativity and trailblazer, and that's the mindset that I'm on all the time. That's why I've invented words like numerovation or Numeroversity and all those type of things, because I'm a trailblazer. I set trails. Rick James was born on the 1st. He set trails. He blazed trails. Dennis Brown blazed trails. Langston Hughes blazed trails. They're all born on the number 1. Smokey Robinson is born on the 19th. Blazed the trail. He down there wrote for all of Motown. Made things happen. That's how we're supposed to think on those vibrations. And some of us are doing it naturally. Some of the successful people are doing it naturally, but there's a lot of successful people that are getting consulted by astrologers and numerologists. That's why J.P. Morgan, according to legend, said that billionaires are the ones that use astrology. Millionaires, they're not talking about millionaires. He said billionaires use astrology. So we gotta figure this out now. Gotta understand this. And don't be afraid to go and get an astrology reading. Please, 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 please. Okay, King Simon, your description gives a different PayPal address in the one that you said. Well, I got a King Simon. Yeah, you can go to King Simon Productions at Gmail. If you have a PayPal account, that's King Simon Productions at Gmail. Production with an S at the end. You probably see my middle name and my last name. It's all right, Anthony Brown. That's what I sang under, but it's actually Simon Anthony Brown. So that's my name. So you know what I'm saying? So it is all right. So if you got that, that's me. Don't worry, that's me. I used to sing under that name, Anthony Brown. So it's all right. So I'm good. That's one of my names. It's all right. Simon is one of my names too. King is something added. All right. King is added. But let me read from this book. Good book to get. Creating Magical Entities. It says first step to working with entities. And in this case, working with sigils or numerical sigils or numerovational sigils is learning to attune your energy to work with an entity. What that means is that you should have some degree of control over your own energy. If you do not, working with an entity, let alone creating one, may be difficult. What are some things that you can do to improve your connection? Now, there's a book that I wanted to see if I had up here. If it is, I can't find it. Can't find the book. Usually I forgot where I put it, but the first thing that we must learn to do is do the work of meditation. Meditation. Get into your even if you learn 1 minute meditation or 2 minute meditation or 3 minute meditation or 5 minutes. And meditation doesn't mean that you just go into an Om state and you say Om and you sit and you're folded and all that. You can lay down and meditate. You could walk and meditate. You could sit in your car and meditate. You could do whatever. You could do it any way that's comfortable for you. You are the one that create your meditation. The discipline of it is what you need to apply. You have to apply the discipline of it. But I do implore that everybody develop some type of meditational routine, because the more you learn to meditate, the more you learn to connect with that energy within you, especially dealing with numbers that's connected to your numbers to help guide you or keep you on the right path. Because what your birthday does, it gives you core numbers that keep you on the right path of what you should be doing for your life. However, because we weren't taught properly, we weren't guided right, like my book says, numbers are simple, people are complicated. On Amazon and Kindle or Dr. Africa's website, numbers are simple, people are complicated. Most of the complication comes about through what our family did to her, how we was hurt, and that kind of destroyed a lot of our zeal and a lot of our get up and go and our childish attitude to not be afraid, because it's about overcoming fear. So meditation helps you to start developing this subconscious power and bringing all this subconscious power that you have within, because you're going within to bring it out to the world. I said this on a post before. We got to stop keeping our talents and our gifts to ourselves and then ending up as fossil fuel. You're keeping your talents and your gifts to yourself and then ending up as fossil fuel. We got to stop that. This is the time. I'm not just because it's the time of it's a year, the number 3 year. It's because we're in the age of the Aquarian age, which is that rebellious age. It's that expansive age. That is that year of communication, not just communicating on a physical level, but on a spiritual level too, on an advanced spiritual level, being advanced in what you do. So all these different types of modalities that myself teach, that Ra'aku might teach, what Brother Ampu teaches, what Brother Panic and Sister Khadijah teaches, those are all advanced levels, things to take you to from one level to another. This is what it's all about, taking you from one level to another. So I'm here to help take some of you, because that's my job. Like I've told you, family. You're looking at a man that almost took his life 3 times. Once when I was young, the next time I was in my 20s, in my 30s, and the next time in my 40s, and that was it. Once I understood that all these different things that stopped me from doing it mean that I was here to do a job, that we are here. Each one of you have a talent. Each one of you have a talent. Each one of you have a talent. And we have calm and we have storm. Some of y'all are in stormy waters for a long time. Now you need to reposition yourself, because maybe you are doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's called insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Maybe you're in a non-affirmative relationship. Maybe you're still in pain from what your mother or your father did. Maybe you are in pain from what somebody told you, like a teacher, how they probably dogged you or said you would never amount to nothing. Maybe that's what it is. Now it's time to let go and grow. Is it easy? I will never tell anybody that it's easy out there. I'm only keeping shades on because the light is real bright. I will never tell anybody that it's easy out there. It is a process. And numerology, or numerovation, or what I call it, because I help to motivate people with numbers. I mean, I did a reading on a sister that's going through some heavy trials. This is a sister that never traveled or decided to travel outside of the States and go to the Caribbean. And then her sister called me and said, or texted me and said, yo, Brother Simon, whatever reading you did, my sister's finally deciding to come travel with me to the Caribbean. My sister's finally striving to open up and actually do the work, because it's about doing the work. And it's about helping your children to understand that there is work to be done as they're growing up. Let them be children, because when we was children, we weren't afraid of nothing. According to their science, there's only 2 known fears. The fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. And even if you notice, European society in this day and time, they get over the fear of loud sound. That's why they blow up things. And that's why they go to shooting ranges, to get over that fear and get used to bullets flying, or get used to bombs blowing up on mountains. They get used to that. You could watch an Iron Man movie, and Tony Stark's in the first Iron Man movie. They're blowing up mountains, call it the Jericho. They get used to sound so they can overcome it and be able to adapt to it when it happens. They get used to falling. That's why they do parachuting. They get used to these things. And that's what we all need to learn how to do. That's why I went on a helicopter. I've never been on a helicopter in Miami last year in my traveling year. And I went on a helicopter because I used to be afraid of it. And I said, let me overcome this fear. And when I went up there on the helicopter, whether I would die then or didn't die, it was all good. Now I overcame that fear. So you got to do, if you feel stuck in any way, you got to overcome that fear, overcome something that you fear. And once you start doing the things that you're afraid of and start overcoming each one of those things, that fear start going away. That fear, a good book. Let me reach for it. You know, I got the books. I'm going to share wisdom with you. I'm going to share the books with you. Got to share the books with you because that's what it's all about. Sharing is caring. A good book, a thick ass book too. The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. The Law of Success, where he gives you the 7 sins, the fear of this, the fear of poverty, the fear of this, the fear of that. Let's see if I got it marked off in my pages. But this is anything by Napoleon Hill is a good read. Think and Grow Rich. All of those books are a good read. In here, let me see. I got to make sure. And this was given to me by a brother that passed on named Brother Ramza. He was the jeweler for the Nation of Islam. But this is a good book. The Law of Success. Thick book. This book was actually originally written in 1929. Thick book. Hardcover. Thick book. So good book to get for your collections to study. It's like a textbook, so you got to study. So if you're feeling stuck, family, if you're feeling stuck, you see Marcus Garvey over there. That's one of my family members. If you're feeling stuck, you have to start practicing different exercises for yourself things that you was afraid of, and start doing those things and realizing, look, life is but a dream. We sang the song. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. We're going to die. We die longer than we live here. So why not take the chance? Remember, there's 3 types of people. 3 types of people. People that make things happen, people that wonder what happened, and people want to know what the hell happened. You got to make it happen. You got to make it happen. And that's why I started traveling more. And, let me tell y'all something. Last year, people see me. If you was on my Instagram, you see me traveling different places. I was in Miami for New Year's. I was all over. I was in Texas. I was in Las Vegas. I was in California. And I did not travel by plane. I traveled by bus. And that was the most humbling feeling I ever had, because plane, I would have flew over everything, not see the magnificent mountain sides and all that. So it was very humbling because I was able to really enjoy the scenery. I never enjoyed the scenery of seeing wind turbines. Never seen that. Never seen cactus. I'm coming from the east now. Never seen cactus stand up in the desert like that. I've never been to a desert until we started going towards Las Vegas, and never stopped, and then when I went to Sedona and went to Phoenix and all those places, I'm telling you, family, you got to travel, even if you're just traveling by bus. The only reason I didn't travel by plane is because I'm taking care of some paperwork, and I got to get my paperwork and passports right. But once I get back on there, I ain't never been afraid to fly. I've been flying since I was a child. My mother used to send me to Jamaica for the summer, or Canada. So I've been flying since I was a child. So I understand flight. I understand why I need to fly. I need to get out there. I would have been there at that Buju Banton concert if I had my papers right. I don't want to go there and then get stuck there and I can't come back here. Minnow under that. So it's very important if you feel stuck in any way, recognize that your birthday, your date of birth is very powerful, and it can help you to guide you. That's what numerology or numerovation is here to guide you, motivate you to stay on the frequency, to stay on the path. I have 3, 1, 5, 8 because those are my birthday sigils. My alignment number is a 3. My personal number is the 1. The year I born equals the number 5. And when you add it all up, it adds up to the number 17, which is an 8. Power numbers. 3 represents expansion. Even if you just stay on the one words. If you go to my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, get it on Amazon and Kindle, and go to the one word definition, the breakdown of each one of the numbers. I do a breakdown of each one of the numbers. I'm going to go to the page right now and show you that if you just expound on each one, and it starts on page 36. Like, okay, for instance, the number 1 in my book, it says individual or individuality. But then I break down, it's a trailblazer. Those are the important words to use for a number 1. Trailblazer. Anything that adds up to the number 1, or anybody born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month that breaks down to the single digit of the number 1, that means you're a trailblazer. Your number says you're a trailblazer. You're creative. It says you're a leader. Anybody born under the number 2 or the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month, that says you deal with unification, you deal with companionship, you deal with being compassionate, being balanced. Anybody dealing with the number 3 and you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, that's the expression, that's the expansion, that's the growth, that's the creativity. That's the 3. Anybody that's born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, that's the foundation, that's the structure, that's the discipline, that's the communication. Anybody born on the 5th of the month, the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month, that's the versatility, that's the adaptability, that's the change, that's the multi-talentedness that you have. Anybody born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month, that's the balance, that's the harmony, that's the truth, that's the justice, that's the reciprocity, that's the sensual mindset that you have, the need for balance and love in your life. Anybody born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, that's the researcher, the meditator, the traveler. Think about this, the deep thought. That's what the 7 represents. Anybody born on the 8th of the month, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, that's the power number, the executive number. That's also a number of discipline, also a number of ancestral connection. Anybody born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, that's the number of completion. That's the number of universality. That's the number of expansion on high levels and thinking on high levels, avoiding the negative. Now, I can tell you all the negative, and there is a duality to each one of these numbers. There's a duality to every one of the numbers. But my job to give you these numerovation sigils and affirmation is for you to stay on the positive. To constantly, is it easy? No, it's not easy. I'm not going to lie to you and say it easy. It wasn't easy for me. I'm telling you, I almost killed myself 3 times. It wasn't easy for me until I got it. Till I worked, I meditated, I exercised on it, I slept on it, I thought about it, I visualized it, I set up, I became creative using it, and then I became, because I was a person, a lot of people know me in the reggae world because I was a singer, a DJ, and a radio personality in the reggae world. That's known as Simon Templar, using one of my names and adding the Templar to it. Now, it's not the Templars, the Knight of Templars. No, I didn't get it from there. Okay, I used to watch The Saint, and since I already had the name Simon, I said, all right, let me just put Templar in it, and that's what I became, Simon Templar. All right, that's in the reggae world. I used to be afraid of the microphone until I started understanding and listening and understanding my numbers and why I needed to be in front of people, why I needed to do speaking or expressive in some kind of way. And once I understood my numbers, that's when I used it to be my best. So that's what I'm trying to implore upon you right now, is how to use your numbers for the best. So what I need everybody to do, those that are interested and that can send a Cash App or a PayPal, please do so. And we're going to lock it in. PayPal, and then we're going to start and make it happen. Like I said, you can call in at 347-745-6828. That's 347-745-6828. And we'll deal with it. And we'll run down some of the things, and I'll even quote some of the books that I have, some very interesting books that reveal some great stuff, and try to help you out and guide you as much as I can. My Cash App is King Simon 3158. That's Cash App, the $ King Simon 3158. Support. Show your love, spread your love, give your love. PayPal is King Simon Productions @gmail.com. So make sure you go to PayPal. You got to have a PayPal account if you want to send me a donation on PayPal. That's King Simon Productions @gmail.com. And, we're just trying to show love to the people and show people how this thing. And this coming either Wednesday or either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'll be on Brother Rich's show. Now, Brother Rich want to go into this whole number 3 being a revelation, a revelatory, number 3 being an exposure, expansion number, and all that kind of stuff. So me and Brother Rich are going to get into it because him and Professor Griff spoke about me in the last broadcast they did. So I will be on Brother Rich's show, Black Magic 363 on YouTube, either this Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. We're going to confirm tomorrow morning, and he'll let me know. Okay, so like I said, let's get some calls in and let's talk to the audience here. And like I said, my Cash App is $ King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. Let's help some of the people out here understand their mathematical sigils or their mathematical numerovational sigils. You're more than welcome to call right now at 347-745-6828. That's 347-745-6828. Moving right along, another good book that you should get is called Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. Very good book by Doreen Virtue. If you're seeing multiple numbers, you're seeing 3 numbers, or you're seeing 2 numbers, master numbers, or any numbers that you start seeing repetitiously, it is telling you something. And these things don't happen in a vacuum. It's not coincidence that you start seeing multiple of numbers. If you're seeing 22, or 44, or 444, or 555, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. She's very basic with her breakdown, but when I do a numerology session and you want to do one with me, that you can get the extended version of breakdown, because you really can't write everything in a book. That's why I call my thing numerovation, because I use the numbers to help motivate you. I use your numbers to help motivate you. I tell you your negatives, but it's up to you. It's all in your hands. After I motivate you and where you need to go and how you need to move, it's up to you how you're going to move accordingly. Because once I give you the information, it's time, and your mind starts to turn over and start flipping. And those that have did numerology readings with me a couple years back, I am much better now, because I was just starting then. I just started writing my book. I just started putting, so I'm telling you right now, I am on fire when it comes to this number stuff. I'm on fire, and I'm still learning. I'm a master student, like Black Dot says on his Urban X TV. I'm a master student. I'm constantly learning. I'm never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. Remember that. Never too old to learn and never too young to teach. So moving forward, I just want to share some revelations that I've had in my sleep. I've had some very extraordinary things going on in my sleep, in the astral realm, and a good book to help develop that. Brother Panic recommended these 2 books, and I shared this on my last feed one time. This one by Gavin and Yvonne Frost. Very good book. And this one by Robert Bruce. Very good book. Astral Dynamic. Get into your astral realm. Understand the astral travel. Now, a lot of us are talking about Mercury retrograde, and a woman, and I don't want people to blame things on Mercury retrograde. It's not good to blame things on Mercury. Mercury retrograde is more of a warning, because remember, it's an appearance of Mercury going backwards. It appears to go backwards. So the appearance of it going backwards as far as universally is to understand that if it deals with communications, if it deals with technology, then it's always best when you're traveling or needing to do something with technology, before Mercury retrograde come in, you check your equipment out. Make sure you pay attention to your equipment. Just like yesterday, I was watching Buju Banton on one network, but I made sure I set up 3 other networks to watch it on just in case one of them started faulty and messing up, and sure enough, it did. Preparation. So Mercury retrograde is there to help you prepare for problems that can happen during this season. So once you know it's coming, because we are the original people over all of this, we can recognize what's happening and say, all right, if I got to get here and I'm traveling, let's say you're in New York City and you're traveling on a train and you got to be somewhere at 1 o'clock. Damn it, you got to be there at 12 o'clock. So you should leave even earlier, be there at least a half an hour to 45 minutes to an hour before, because you don't know what's going to happen in the train station because it's run by technology. That's how you handle Mercury retrograde. If I got to go to Harlem and be at Harlem at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm leaving at 7 o'clock, because you don't know how the technology is going to happen in Mercury retrograde. So you got to pay attention and move accordingly and learn to balance the retrograde off. Balance it off, because Mercury is that quick wit planet. That's that movement. That's that fast movement. Matter of fact, I'm born on a Wednesday, which is a Mercury day. It's a Mercury day. I'm born on a Wednesday, so I quick think. I deal with crisis real quick, fast, and up to the hurry. And that's how you got to deal with Mercury retrograde when it comes to you. I try to keep it real simple. There's nothing crazy with this. I try to keep it real simple, because even in my book, I got it. Mercury represents intellectual ties, communication, and opinions. Mercury. Wednesday can be fast thinking, curious, freedom loving, and possess great resourcefulness, and learn to focus and do one thing at a time and don't overindulge. This is in my book. But when it comes to people blaming things on a retrograde here, retrograde there, no, study the retrograde and master it. And now you know how to move accordingly when things deal with technology, things deal with travel, things deal with movement, things deal with communication. If you know you might be misunderstood, then you need to dot every I and cross every T when conversing with people, when emailing with people, because during Mercury retrograde, you could send the wrong text to somebody. You could send the wrong email to somebody. All of a sudden, a brother might be sending a text to another girl, and he sent it to his wife. Whoops, got caught out there. You got to pay attention. That's why you got to double check and triple check, probably check it 5 times before you send a text to anybody. You got to make sure you reread it. I've made those mistakes also, but now that I've understood it, and that's why I put in the back of my book a quote from Paracelsus, which says, in the back of the book, it says, and I read it before, men and women are superior to the stars if he or she lives in the power of supreme wisdom or superior wisdom. Such a person, being master over heaven and earth by means of his or her will, is magus or magi, and magic is not sorcery but supreme wisdom. Sorcery, the root word of sorcery, is the source, and all source comes from the original people that have been here in the universe first, on the world, in the earth first. So we are the sorcerers. Everybody is vibing off of us and what we do. So pay attention to that. So if you're watching me on your big screen right now, hi, how are you? If you're checking me out on your little screen, what's up? If you just checking me out, man, showing love, that's what I'm loving. Get my book on Amazon and Kindle. That's Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And also I got a children's book called Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. This is a children's health book. This is a children's health book. Numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. It's full color, baby, full color. So make sure you get that book and get with it. All right. So, okay, let me see how many people I can help with their sigils right now. Like I said, you want to call in, or y'all want to just continue to text me on the comment section? That's up to y'all. Y'all want to call in? The number is 347-745-6828. That's 347-745-6828. you're more than welcome to call in right now and let's deal with it at 347-745-6828. I'll say it slower for you. 347-745-6828. Now, Brother Simon, is narcissistic personalities related to birthdays? Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be, because I've noticed that certain people that are born or that has become narcissistic are ruled by certain numbers. Yes, it can be. Certain birthdays can pull, especially people that are under the worrying type birthdays. The worrying numbers, like the number 7, the number 4, those who primary numbers. And any emotional numbers like the number 2 can be very, or if you have a certain amount of 7 and 4s in your name, or amount of 2s in your name. I noticed that can also be, I've noticed that people connected to those numbers, because remember what I've said before, any science requirements for verification, the science has to be measurable, observable, and repeatable. So I've seen the repeated numbers of the narcissistic people come up. They've either been born, the ones that I've seen most of the time in my studies have been people born under the number 7 and under the number 4, or people born on the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th of the month, or born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month. That's what I've noticed. Yeah, buddy. Those is what I've noticed in my studies. Maybe other numerologists have seen something else, but in my studies, because 7 and 4s can be very depressive numbers, even when you're in that year, or if you have a certain amount of 7s or 4s in your name, it can pull that energy, especially if you haven't learned to control it. Especially if you haven't learned to control it. And numerology is something that helps you control it, because most narcissistic people don't want to get help because they don't believe they are narcissistic. They don't, it's in their own head. They don't believe it. So they're like a frame. They're like a frame. Let's say they're like a frame. They're like a picture in a frame tilted. They don't see themselves in the picture until somebody tries to tell them, and they don't want to be told. But they need to be open so they can straighten up their picture, so they can straighten themselves out. And many of them don't want to be told. I'm going to have somebody else up here that is studying narcissism and that's very good at it. And she's writing a book about it right now. So I can't wait to have her bring it up. Okay, so I got people that's coming in with their birthday. One said they're August 7th. Woo, 7, 1986. So let's get your sigils together. Let's get your sigils together, August 7th. Sexy lady, what's up? Let's break down yours real quick. So August 8 plus 7 plus that's 15, which is a 6, and then that's 7 plus 1986 equals 2001, which is a 3. Okay, but let's deal with another. Let's deal with the year you're born. 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 6 equals 24, which is also a 6. Okay, great. So your sigils, sexy ladies, is 6, 7, 6, 3. That is your affirmational numbers. Now let me break down what each one of them means, and we're going to stay on the positive level, because the person born on August the 6th, the one we just August the 7th, because 8 plus 7 equals 15. That is a number 15, and 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is that number. Now, some of your great talents as a number 6 is the ability to bring harmony and healing to groups and families, and to bring beauty to the world through collaborative effort. That is one of your primary. So to bring beauty and collaborative effort. So you write that down, number August 7th. That's the first one. The other one is 7. 7 is the ability to analyze and understand complex concepts, to philosophize and contemplate science and arts, to be intuitive, write and teach spiritual principles. So spiritual principles as a number 7, you need that. Write that down, dealing with spiritual principles and learning to analyze things and be intuitive. And then 6 comes back again. So you got the double 6 that tells me that your ability to bring harmony and healing to groups and families. So if you find people coming to you and telling their whole life story to you, August 7th, there's a reason that happens. People come to you for a reason, because you have healing modalities that's there to help other people. The 3 represents the ability to create or design beautiful things, express yourself in complex ideas brilliantly through words and visual art and dance. So you need to write, you need to express yourself on multiple levels. So the 6 deals with harmony and love and nurturing. The 7 deals with spirituality. It deals with analyzing and being intuitive. That 6 again brings about that balance and harmony and truth within yourself. And also 3 says you have to write and expand in your writing. That is the motivation of that person born on August the 7th, 1986. That is that motivation. Now, there's a duality. If you don't go towards the higher frequency, then you're going towards the negative frequency, and that becomes destructive. Don't be satisfied with where you are. I'm talking to everybody, but specifically that person. Don't be satisfied. Don't talk your way out of things, because one thing I know about number 7s, they like to talk their way out of things. I can't do this. I don't know why. I don't have the money to do this. Stop talking your way, because you're living in your own head, and you know you do. Stop talking your way into things. Instead, meditate and pull things towards you. Number 7. All right. That was that August 7th, 1986 I just read. I see y'all ain't hit me up on Cash App yet. Why y'all playing me? Y'all see I'm going to help people. Y'all see I'm going to drop it. So Cash App, King Simon, $ King Simon 3158. Hit me up on Cash App or hit me up on PayPal. That's paypal.com. King Simon Productions with an S at the end at gmail.com. Friend and family. Hit me up at friend and family if you're going to send a donation. Now, let me see. Let me see who's here. I got to scroll up because I want to go right after August. Let me see here. After August 7th was Bianca Julian. What's up? Your birthday is May the 9th, 1988. Now, y'all get your pen and paper, because when I start talking and running stuff down, it's just me now. You know what I'm saying? So 5 plus 9 plus, that's 14. That's a 5. That's your first number, Bianca. The next one is 9. That's your personal number. That's your line. The 5 is your alignment number or your achievement number. 9 is your personal number. Plus 1988 equals 2002. I'm sorry. That's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 equals 4. So that's 4. And then the year you're born, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 equals 26, and that is an 8. So your number, Bianca, is 5984. 5984. 5984 is your number, Bianca Julia. So the 5 represents the 5 represents avoid being scattered. So 5 represents being multi-talented. That means you need to write your ideals down, put them on paper. Don't be all over the place. 9 means you need to see things to completion. Whatever you start, finish the job. Don't start and stop the project. Always finish it till the end. 8 represents money and power, but it also represents ancestral influences. It also represents discipline with money and finances. And because 1988 adds up to 26, 26 is a number that if you're not careful, you can get caught up with bad ruins, bad people, bad partnerships, bad advice. So you got to make sure you dot every I, cross every T in whatever you do and however you do. And the 4 is also a communication number. It means you have to dot every I and cross every T and stay structured and disciplined. And keep clear with your communication. So Bianca, those are your numbers, 5984. You can listen back to this. And that's a basic. I can break down a whole birthday for a half an hour to 45 minutes. Just the birthday alone. I could break it and keep on going. That's just how I get down. But I'm just giving you basics right now. Let me scroll. I see 922, somebody born, not yet a lost generation. Not yet a lost generation. 922, you born the same day as my sister. 9 plus 22 is 31. So your first number is a 4. The other number is a 22 master number. Okay, see, that's a master number there. I don't usually break down the master number. So the master number is there, or it can go equivalent to 4. You're born in the year 1979. 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9 equals, 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9 equals 26. The next number is an 8. And then when you add it all up, 9 plus 22 plus 1979 equals 2010. And that's a 3. So your number is 422, 8, and 3, or 4483. But I'd rather say 422, 8, and 3. First and foremost, discipline, structure, and organization is important. Being very meticulous on how you're doing and communicating with people clear. That's the first number. 22, the master number. That is a master number of also communication, but master number, ability to bring inspiration, new and highly evolved thinking to everyday challenges, is also the number 22. The number 8, again, is the business entrepreneur number, but it is also the ancestral connective number, the old school, old soul number. Tells me that you must be an entrepreneur or strive to be an entrepreneur, especially as you're getting older. And number 3 comes up. That's your writing skills. That's your writer's abilities, the ability to communicate clearly, to be jovial and happy and optimistic, always maintaining that optimism. Don't let depression take you either, because I see the double 4s in your name. Don't let the depression take you. Don't let people stay motivated. Stay motivated. Listen to motivational speakers. Like I said, the 4, 22, 8, and 3 are positive. Keep it on its positive energy, because the negative is depression. The negative of the 4 and the 22 is depression, because sometimes people born under the master numbers go through some hard times in life. They go through some stuff. And I've done some consultation for some people, and I've seen it. All right. But with you, because of that life path, you need to express yourself. You need to write. You need to journal. You need to dance. You need to draw. You need to do some form of art. Any form of expression that you're attracted to, you got to do it. I'm talking to you. Not yet a lost generation. Marijuana cannabis, wagwan. Yes, a whole heap of that was burning yesterday at Jamaica. That's 3/21, 1944. Whoa, is that 1944 you born? Whoa, get out of here. I'm trying to make sure that's 1944. Let me see here. Okay, 3 plus 21 is a 24, which is a 6, and then 21, which is a 3, plus 1944, that's 1968. So 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 equals 24 again. That 6 comes up again. And the year you're born, 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4 equals 18. So that 9, well, you got a lot of things you're supposed to be letting out, that's for sure. First and foremost, you got the 6. Your numbers are the 6. Marijuana, cannabis. Your numbers are the 6396. 6396. Great numbers too. Great numbers. Great numbers to play if you got into that. 6396. But it's good to study a book called How to Win Games of Chance by Ken Dickerson. How to Win Games of Chance by Ken Dickerson. 6396. 6 again deals with the balance and harmony within yourself, true justice and reciprocity within yourself, and then sharing it with all people. Like I said to the last person that had a 6 alignment number, if you find people coming to you to get throughout your life telling their whole life story or getting advice from you. That's why, because you have these double sixes that says you're a nurturer, you're a counselor, you're a natural counselor, a natural nurturer, a natural giver of things. You love to serve the people. But also there's a healing that has to be done in the family also. If it hasn't been done, strive to do it. 3 represents your writing abilities, to be on top of your writing abilities, to express yourself. So you being born on the 21st is a very good thing because that represents that writing ability that you have. Also in numerology, the 21 is a very powerful number, especially in tarot numerology. If you study tarot numerology, that represents the universe, the crown of the magi. It's a number of honors, elevation in life, and it's a victory after a long fight, and then a crown given to you after you go through long initiation and test of determination. So it says you got to go through some stuff for you to get some stuff, but you got to see things to completion, finish the job. Start your writing and finish the job. And whatever you write for is to help and guide people. That's what it's for. So your numbers are the 6, 3, 9, and 6. I can go in deep on that, but I will leave that alone right now. Hold on a second. People are still, whoa, there's a lot of people on the here, boy. I got to skip down. There's a whole lot of people. Yeah. Cannabis, I already beat you up already. I just did you already. You are on point, family, emailing you, thanks. Cannabis, yes, sir, 1944. Can't find the book. Where can I find it? You can find which book you're looking for. My book is on Amazon and Kindle. Numbers Are Simple by King Simon. Numbers Are Simple by King Simon if you're looking for my book. Numbers Are Simple by King Simon. Amazon and Kindle, or go to Dr. Africa's, LailaAfrica.com. Let me go up a little bit more. I'm here scrolling up. Don't mind, because a lot of people hitting me up. I can't do everybody, but I like this. Big up to Chanel. I'm gonna go to Chanel, and then I'm going to go to BTC 715, and then I'm gonna get Desmond Cook. So Chanel, you're born 5/23. Seemed like somebody I read already. 23. Let's see. Did I do that? No, I did. I read that. I know I read somebody born on that birthday probably recently. No, I did. I just remember those numbers. They keep on popping up. 5 plus 23. Your alignment number is a 28, which is a 10. That's a 1. So that's the first number. Your 1 is the first number. 28 is significance in the compound, because 28 is known as the divorce number. So if you've seen a good relationship with your mom and dad, that's good 28. If you didn't see a good relationship with your mom and dad, you got to be careful with that 28, because that is what we call the divorce number, relationship issues, if you're not, because 28 requires loyalty, and sometimes they're very hardcore and stubborn for that. And if they had a good father in their life, boom, they trying to make their man like their father, and that's not how it works. Your man ain't your daddy. Don't be like Monique. Hi, daddy. Hi, daddy. That's what Monique be doing with her husband all the time. But that's their business, and I totally understand. That's a Libra and Sagittarius thing going on over there. Also, let me see. Chanel, your personality number is a 5. 23. 2 plus 3 is a 5. So that's 1, 5. The year you're born, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 equals 20. That's a 20. That's a 20. That's a 2. And the last but not least, your life path. That's 5 plus 23 plus 1982 equals 2010. Y'all got a lot of writers out here, man. Y'all got that. Y'all just ending with this 3. So your numbers, Chanel, is 152. Hold on, 153. 1523. That's 1523. 1 says, of course, tells me that you don't like to work for nobody. And if you do like to work for people, it got to be people that you love, got to be a business that you love, but you need your freedom to move about, because that 5 said you need your freedom. 1 says entrepreneur, being a trailblazer. 5 means your freedom to travel and move about. You got a lot of talent in you. You got a lot of talent that you want to expose. That 2 is the sensitivity number, the companionship number, but it's also the balance number. You need balance within your life. Don't be scattered and all over the place. Balance yourself out. And 3 says express, expound, and write, and do a lot of Says you like to dance too. I can see dancing and a lot of good music. You like music, that's for sure. So it's telling me all of that too. So like I said, y'all got to do a numerology session. Everybody here should do a numerology session. Please text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. You could do a 35-minute one, which is $70, $90 if you want it recorded, $130 for an hour. It's fully recorded and it's sent to you via email. So please text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. All right, Chanel, I hope that satisfies you. So your numbers again is 152 and 8, 1523, 1523. Those are your numbers. All right. Okay, BTC 715. You're born 9/17. That's the same day as Brother Rich. Okay, 9/17. 1978. Okay, so you got similar numbers to Brother Rich. So 9 plus 1 plus 17 equals 26. That's an 8. The first number is your alignment number, is an 8. Your personality number is an 8. Okay, you got all these money numbers popping up on me. Lord have mercy. I'm seeing 8s already. Let me see. The year you're born is 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 8 equals 25. That's a 7. That's a 7. That's 25. That's a 7. Make sure I got that 7. And then 9 plus 17 plus 1978. That's 2004. That's a 6. So your numbers is 8876. That's 8876. That is your number, BTC 715. Tells me your old soul. First of all, you got a lot of old soul energy. If you find yourself still liking old school music, old ways and old stuff, that's just what you got. A lot of that. Brother Rich is the same way. Believe me, he's an old soul himself. That 26 says, be careful of bad advice, bad partnerships, bad unions with people. So always pay attention to your intuition because your intuition is very strong. So 8 is the money and power. But also dealing with ancestral connection. The 8 and your 17 is the legacy leaving number. The 17 is different than the 26 because 17 deals with legacy leaving legacies for people. Steve Harvey is born on the 17th. Michael Jordan born on the 17th. Les Brown is born on the 17th. Michelle Obama is born on the 17th. Lord Jamal is born the 17th of September. These are legacy leaving numbers. So it says you're supposed to leave a legacy for your children or family or whoever. The year you're born is the number 7. That's a traveling number. So it tells me you like to study, you like to deep research, you like to think deep. You're a deep thinker, deep thought. You go through a lot of deep things. You should never hold things in, though. Be willing to express it in some form or fashion. Don't hold it in. And your life path is a number 6. 6 deals with maintaining balance within yourself, a wholesome, holistic balance within yourself, and share it with the world. Also, there's certain healing that needed to be done in the family. If you did it already, beautiful. If you haven't, resolve that. Resolve that because you got to let go and grow. You got to let go and grow. Let go and grow. All right, keeping it moving. Y'all got to do a reading with me. Make sure you text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022, and let's get it on. Let's move on down. I owe you, family. You was correct on all that you said. Not yet a lost generator. That's what you said. Do you take credit cards over the phone? I will text you. Well, I do not take credit cards, but I can send you a PayPal link. Not yet or a lost generation. I can send you a PayPal link, and then you could do the credit card there. But if you got Cash App or if you got PayPal, please, by all means. I say somebody like you need to do a whole hour with me. Do the 130. Stop playing. Get the hour, get it recorded so you can listen back to it over and over and over again, and it will help guide you and keep you taken to the next level because I cover your name, I cover your birthday, I cover the year you're in and 5 to 4 years going forward. I cover your health if I reach that point, and I cover your good high frequency numbers, your challenge numbers. I cover all of that in a reading. It can go even more extensive, but I've kept it real simple. And that's why I only do over the phone or Skype phone or WhatsApp. I don't do face-to-face because it can be real draining. Like after this, I'm going straight to sleep because this can be real draining because I'm downloading. I'm reaching for whatever books my spirit sends me to reach for, because my spirit guides me. And that's what all of us need to learn how to do, is let our spirit guide us to certain things. Go study Brother Panic. Go study Sister Khadijah. Go study these various modalities to help guide you and make you a better person. That's all it's all about, helping you be a better person. Yes, dance and music, so on point. Thank you very much, Chanel. Thank you. Yeah, man. Use that as healing, girl. Use that as healing. Let me see here. Dickinson, winning the book of the King. I just mentioned How to Win Games of Chance. Yeah, that's a good book. Believe me, I gave it to my aunt. She be winning. She win lightly, but she wins. The thing is about that book, Lloyd Strayhorn, one of my teachers, he wrote about Ken Dickinson in this book also. He also does something on lottery also in this book. But Ken Dickinson's whole book, the late, great Ken Dickinson's whole book, is dedicated to lottery. He's won the lottery multiple times. And another person that won the lottery 72 times was a white woman named Gail Howard. So you can Google her up. That's Gail, Gail Howard, HOWARD. She won it 72 times. But the brother Ken Dickinson won it multiple times. But he kept it under the radar because he didn't want, you don't want people always in your business. You don't want nobody in your business. So that's how that works. All right, so I'm going all the way into 10 o'clock. So let me read a few more. Let's see who's here. I wanted to read somebody else. I know I wanted to break down somebody else. Okay, let me see who we can get here. Remember, I'll be on Brother Rich's show. Let me turn over this paper. I got a whole bunch of numbers on this paper. You see, I'm writing. I'm not one of those mathematicians up here. I got my computer. I'm a real dude. My grandfather and my mother were skipped a generation with me. They're the fast with up here, but me, I still count on my fingers sometimes. But Lloyd, he's off the hook with it. Lloyd Strayhorn, he's off the hook right here. But but it is what it is. I am a real dude. I didn't focus so much on math when I was younger. Matter of fact, I got kicked out of school. That's how crazy it was back in those days. So it is what it is. So I'm a real dude. I'm just saying, a real dude. A real fun dude. Okay. Robotic. I see robotic. Did I get to robotic yet? Man, there's so many people. Look, I got to get out of here because it's 10 o'clock. But I tell you what, family. If you set up a consultation, those who missed me, or those who didn't get to do it, set up a consultation with me and I'll go over an extra 5 or 10 minute with you. If you set up a 35 minute or to an hour, I'll go over a 5 minute, go over 5 just for clarification, or I'll do one of your children for free or all that. Just do their name or their birthdays, or just focus on their first name and their birthday. And, I'll do that. But I got to get out of here. I am exhausted. Y'all don't believe when I say I am exhausted. I am exhausted. But I'm not like, Brother Panic, he'll speak for hours upon hours upon hours. But when you're really interacting with your audience, that's what's the exhausting part of, because energy is still being transmitted over into your birthdays and into what I do. And I'm downloading and I'm reaching and I'm connecting with what needs to be done. But again, even in my consultation, I will give you your numerovational sigils, like I just gave these people, and you can use them by maintaining the integrity of the positive of the numbers, because going towards the negative is not necessary if you can control your mind, because it's all mental. It's all mental. And if you want to master something, you have to repetitiously do it. You got to keep on repetitiously doing. You can always better your best. And once again, if you can send me a Cash App donation, please Cash App $ King Simon 3158, or go PayPal. That's paypal.com. Friends and family, King Simon Productions with an S at the end. King Simon Productions with an S at the end at gmail.com. Make it out to friend or family. They might not say friend or family, but it's all right because that's my business PayPal anyway. Or I'm telling you, family, it's my thing about to die. I better plug in. I better plug it in before y'all just die out on me. I don't want that happening. Got you. Woo! Almost died. My battery. See, I told you I was running out of time. My battery's almost died on this little computer I got. I got a little Acer Chromebook. I almost died. The battery's almost died. But again, if you want to attune If you want to do some attuning, your energy, meditate, exercise, diet, sleep, visualization, energy signatures, creativity is very important. Also, numerology is just here to make it tangible to you. The two most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why you're born. Makes it tangible. Also, I try to bring the integrity with your numbers, the integral part, because numerology is just objective. It just reveals it's positive and negative. If you take the negative route, you will go to the destructive, and I've seen the destructive stuff go down. But if you use your numbers with integrity and be persistent and consistent and honorable within yourself and work within yourself, the process is about working. If you take the time and work, you will be the winner. No doubt, you will be the winner. I love you. I respect you, family. It's 10 o'clock out here. It's 10:03 out here. It's 7:01 out there in Los Angeles. Thank y'all very much. Please get my book on Amazon and Kindle. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. The other books that I put up, this was a good book. I see Your Dream Job by Sue Frederick. I See Your Dream Job by Sue Frederick. Another good book that I mentioned first and foremost was this one, Creating Magical Entities. Now, this is dealing with word sigils and entities. That's up to you. If you want to get in, you got to do this responsibly. You don't get into things that you don't know unless you study it and responsibly do it. But it is a good book. Brother Panic recommended that book. This is also a good book. Doreen Virtue, Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. Of course, got to big up one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn, Numbers and You. If we're going to be doing a private thing. Lloyd Strayhorn, Kaya French, and myself will be doing a private thing on June 23rd. We're looking for a venue, only 50 to 60 people, $99 for the whole day. That's $99 early bird ticket. It'll be $125 late. So $99. That'll be up on my King Simon Presents, King Simon Productions.eventbrite.com. That'll be up by the end of this month, but we'll be selling advanced tickets all day, numerology and understanding, using it for you from Lloyd Strayhorn, renowned Lloyd Strayhorn, Kaya French, the sister from out of Detroit, who's a numerologist, and myself doing numerovation, numerologics, and breaking it down. If you're in town, we could do it. I might live stream it too, and that might be a charge also, but he wants me actually probably to make it private so people can come. So if you're interested, please check out my website, KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com or KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. If you want my books, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com/product, go to that. You can also click on the link for my books on that website. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com /products. Okay. Once again, I'm getting out of here. Ashra Kwesi, Sister Shahrazad Ali will be the only one that's live streaming on USA Live Stream, and KingSimonProductions.eventbrite.com. Get your $35 tickets. Well, it's now $45. Actually, it's $41.99. $41.99 if you go through Eventbrite. But if you go to Nicholas Brooklyn, give them a call at 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. Go to Nicholas Brooklyn, and you could buy the tickets for $35 there, hard tickets. And don't forget, Dr. Laila Africa is going to be there in Nicholas on May the 5th. May the 5th, Dr. Laila Africa and his wife will be doing a conversation. And that conversation is going to be a no-holds-bar. You could ask him any medical, any holistic question, any naturopathic question, any allopathic question, any homeopathic question, anything you want. And if you watch the live stream on Joel Benjamin 528, if you pay for the live stream, you'll also be able to ask questions. Also, just submit it on the comment section, or I'll have you call me and ask the question to Dr. Africa that same day. So it is what it is, family. I love you, respect you, and like in the words of my dear teacher, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. And you really can. You could accomplish what you will. That's metaphysics. Up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. That's metaphysics. We are the true alchemists in this world. All right? Peace and love. And please share this video on your social network. King Simon is out of here. Peace.